Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Wes Fryer, and today is June the 4th, 2021. I'm so excited about our Minecraft camps that we have coming up. We've got our lower division camp starting next week, and then the second week of June, we've got our middle division camp. And so this video is a welcome for you, for students and for parents, an overview and a chance to go through some of the procedures that we'll be using at camp. Now, this is the second summer that we have had a virtual summer camp, and last year went really well, and I'm so excited. We'll be making some improvements and changes, but a lot of the things that went really well we'll be doing again. First, let me just introduce myself. This will be my 7th year at Cassidy School. I just finished my 6th year. I was our director of technology for 4 years. I was responsible for all our computers and technology, and the last 2 years I have been able to come back to the classroom and teach. And so I'm teaching all of our 5th and 6th grade students the computer class that they have to take for one trimester, and I call that our media literacy class. And Minecraft is actually one of the software programs we use. We use it to design things, to collaborate, and to be able to develop our skills thinking spatially, being able to imagine something, talk with other people, and then create it. It really is amazing. I have been playing Minecraft probably for 6 or 7 years maybe, and my children started me playing Minecraft. Our son is now going to be 24, I think. And so anyway, it's something that I've enjoyed doing, and I've really enjoyed being able to use Minecraft at school. And I feel very thankful that here at Cassidy we're able to use Minecraft. And so anyway, it's going to be, I think, a fantastic experience this summer for us. So here's what I would like to talk about today. I want to talk about, number one, how you can contact me, because this is a virtual camp. Some of you may have participated last year, but it's a little bit different because we're not in the same room at the same time. We're all online together at the same time, but we're at our houses, or maybe you're going to be in your parents' office or somewhere else. And so it's a little bit different. I want to talk about Google Classroom because that's the main way we're going to communicate. And I'm going to share with you each day the code that you're going to use to join our server. And so we'll talk about that. I want to talk about Google Meet because we're going to have a live Meet link that you'll be able to click on, and I'll want you to click on for camp. And that's going to allow us to talk and to ask questions and to be able to do whatever we need to do. I'm going to talk about our daily schedule of what that looks like each day for the 2 hours we have camp. And then we'll talk a little bit about installing Minecraft, testing your connection. And then I'll go over some rules and some tips for you. So first off, how to contact me. Since I'm sharing this video on the internet, I'm not going to put my phone number on this video, but in the emails that I have sent to parents, and for middle division students, you have that email too. My phone number is right there at the bottom of each one of my emails. It's also in our Google Classroom once you log in. And I want to encourage you that if you've got a question and you really need help right away, the best thing to do is to call me. There's several ways that you can ask questions in our class, and you can post those in our Google Classroom. Everybody can see the answers if you post it in Google Classroom and your question, and that's a good thing. But you can, of course, email me, but then you can also call. And so I am the tech support person who will assist you if you run into trouble. But really, it's important to test in advance, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, so you can make sure you have Minecraft installed, Education Edition. You've got to test your login, which I'm going to be sending you soon. And then you've got to make sure you can join our world and our server. And so that's what I'd like for you to do before our first day of camp. So let's talk a little bit about Google Classroom. This is a little bit of a change. Last year, I posted most of the codes and things like that to a website, and we also use Google Classroom. But this year, I just want to use Google Classroom as the way we're going to communicate. And so everyone at Cassidy has a Google account. Students who are in lower division don't have the email turned on, but that's okay. You don't need email to do this camp. Your parents will receive email from me, but you are going to log in to Google Classroom. So what I need you to do, because I have sent an invitation to your account, and if you happen to not be a student right now at Cassidy, I have given you a temporary Google account that you can use to log in. You'll use it to log into Google, and you'll use it to get into Minecraft. So you're going to go to the website classroom.google.com, and you're going to log in with your Cassidy Google account. Now, if you have trouble with your password and you can't get logged in, that's when I want you to contact me, and I will help you because I can reset those passwords. We need to get you in before our first day to our Google Classroom, and we need to also make sure that your Minecraft software is installed and that you can log in there, okay? So you're going to log in and you'll see a little icon just like you see there on the right that says the name of our camp and it says join, and you're going to click that so you can join our camp. Now, once you're in our camp, you are going to be able to take a look at what resources I've already put here. And the stream, which is what you see first, will always show you what's new. And so every day when we start camp, you'll see our join code right there at the top in the stream. Now, it's possible some people may post some questions or something, and that may move it down a little bit, but that join code should be really close to the top of the stream every day. Under classwork, I'm not going to be giving you assignments for this like regular class, but I am going to be posting updates. We're going to take pictures and screenshots of the things we're building and making together. I'll talk in a minute about some of the upper division students who are moderators that are going to help, and they'll take pictures. And so all of that is going to be here in our Google Classroom. And students, go ahead and show your parents. Log in with them, especially after we get our pictures posted every day. It's really fun to take a look at what we've built, and I will be trying to get those actually posted right away after camp each day. Camp's only 4 days long, and so it'll give you a chance to be able to look at that and check those out. And you can save those and use those as wallpaper or whatever you'd like to do, because there's a lot of fun pictures of the things that we'll build together that we'll have in Google Classroom. Okay, Google Meet. We all know a little more about remote learning after the last year and a half. And so we have different ways to connect live with each other. And so Google Meet is something that we can access directly through Google Classroom. And so this is really important. Every morning, and I'll go over our schedule, but every morning, just before 10 o'clock, you're going to want to go to our Google Classroom. And right at the top, and I've covered it up so other people that aren't in our class won't see that, but you actually have to be a student in our class for it to work. That is what you're going to click to get into our Google Meet. And I would ask you to please keep that open if you can during camp. So you're going to keep that open actually for 2 hours. It's kind of a long time. But remember, we'll have moderators and others, and we're going to have to go to the bathroom, get drinks, and take breaks. I mean, it's not like every single one of us, just stays in our chair nonstop for 2 hours. But the time goes by pretty quickly. This is an excellent thing because it allows us to have a meeting at the beginning of camp, talk about some things, what our challenge is going to be to start, and then go. And then we get to talk with each other. So we'll discuss kind of how that works, but we'll probably have about 15 of us or so online for most of our camps. We have different numbers, but as far as our moderators, it's not a crazy big, huge number of people. But we also, this time now, can have breakout rooms, and we'll kind of play with that and see. But let's say you wanted to go ahead and just build with a couple people, and maybe you don't want to be in the main room with everybody. We can use breakout rooms this year, and we'll play with that. But that's where you get the link, and that's where you want to go every day before 10 o'clock when class starts. Okay, let's talk a little bit about our daily schedule, how things are going to look every single day. So our camp goes from 10 a.m. until noon Central Time. We're here in Oklahoma, and last summer we actually had a student in Florida, and we had some students in Chicago. And so this summer I kind of think we're all, at least for our first camp, here in Oklahoma. But Central Time, 10 a.m. You're going to want to click that link in Google Classroom, so you can be in our Google Meet at 10 o'clock. And we're going to have what we call our mission brief. We'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do for the day. After the first day, we'll talk a little bit about how things went, if we have any tips for you, anything suggestion-wise. And so that's where we're going to usually meet for about 10 minutes. Sometimes it's not going to be all 15 minutes because I know everybody wants to go to Minecraft and start building and creating. So each day we're going to have some kind of a group activity to start with. That might be a race, like maybe a pig race. That may be some kind of a build, some other kind of challenge, but that's going to be something that we're going to do to start with. And then most of the time is going to be called Choose Your Own Adventure. And so you'll be able to decide what you want to do. If you want to have free choice, if you want to, go build stuff in our create area, there are different activities that our moderators have created that they can lead, but there's places where you can teleport around to the different activity areas. And so you'll be able to explore and see what you want to do. The last 15 minutes each day, I'm going to ask you to fill out a form, and I will email that to parents, but I'll put it in Google Classroom. Google Classroom is the place where you'll go to get information and anything you need for camp. And that's important because that's going to help me know what kinds of changes that we need to make, if there were any problems, if you have suggestions and ideas. It's not going to take super long, but it's really important that every day at the end you fill that out. And our moderators, our older students, are going to help take pictures and screenshots. I'll show you and teach you how to do that yourself. So if you want to take your own screenshots and pictures of things you're building and doing, you can. But that is going to be the last thing that we do each day. So, can you log in early? Yes, but only about 10 minutes. So by 9:50, I will be posting the join code in our Google Classroom. So that's when you're going to want to join. Can you log into our server after class? No, unfortunately not. Everybody's got to log out at noon. I will be backing up the server, and we'll be making some other changes with the moderators sometimes to some of the things that we have. But that join code is going to change. So you won't be able to log in after you log out at noon. But again, each day of camp, you will have that join code. Now, at the end of camp, I'm going to give you a link to the whole world that we build together and we create. Excuse me. I should have probably paused my video so I didn't have to have those sneezes. Sorry. So you'll get a copy of the whole world that you'll be able to use and play with on your own. But it's only the 2 hours of camp each day that you'll actually be live with us. But at the end of camp, you'll get a copy of the whole of this Minecraft world. Okay, let's talk a little bit about installing Minecraft Education Edition and testing. Remember, we're using Education Edition, and that is different from Java Edition. That is different from the regular Bedrock Edition that you play on Xbox or that you have on Windows PCs. You will need to be using either an Apple laptop, a Mac laptop, or an iPad, or you can use a Windows 10 computer. Unfortunately, Minecraft Education Edition is not available for consoles, so you can't play that on a Xbox or a PlayStation or some other kind of console, a Switch or whatever. So this is super important. You need, and get your parents' help with this, to install before camp the Minecraft education software. And I know some of you have already done this, and that's great. But I have the link here. It is also in our Google Classroom, and you're going to click there. It's free to download, and as part of your camp registration, you're getting that login to be able to log into Minecraft Education. You actually can't buy Minecraft Education yourself. You only can get it through a school. And so that's something that you'll have to be able to have at camp, and we'll give you that you'll use your same login address as a username. Your password you can set to be the same, but initially I will set it for you to be different, and you'll have to use that. And they're not the same thing. So your Google password is probably going to be different from your Minecraft. They're not connected, but you need to do that. and get logged in. And then, really important, I have already put in Google Classroom a join code, and you can use that right now for our elementary camp, the first camp. I have just opened up our Cassidy virtual Minecraft world. Mr. Sappington, who teaches our 7th and 8th grade computer classes, has worked with students, and we actually had some of our upper division moderators help too, building and making Cassidy School in Minecraft. It's pretty cool. And so you can read some instructions when you log in there, and you can check that out. But the main thing is being sure you've got your software installed and that you can log in. All right. Let's talk a little bit about rules and tips. These are the things that we're going to want to keep in mind for all of camp, and I'll kind of go through these quick. First of all, our rules, we've got to be kind to each other, number one. Number two, I want you to ask for help, all right? We are here to help you. I am not the only one helping. We've got upper division students who are assisting us. Number three is no griefing, right? No destroying other people's stuff, no blowing stuff up. In fact, we're going to ask you not to use TNT or ender crystals that can blow up, and also no PvP. That means no player attacking player. We're not doing the Hunger Games. We're not going to be attacking our classmates. There are some activities that are survival challenges, and so there are some monsters if you want to do that and you want to be in some survival challenges, but you don't have to, and so it's just going to be up to you. But have fun. That's one of the most important things that we want you to do. In the first part of the camp each day, I'll need you to stay in our main room, and I think I'll probably do the same thing we did last year, where I will kind of block off the teleportation portal that you'll step into that will take you into our main room that we're going to use, that you can go to all these different areas. Anyway, that works well, and we'll try to keep that as short as possible so you can get building quickly. We have counselors, and we're going to have some different counselors from last year. Some of them are going to be the same, and they are there to help you. And I'll also mention this, that we have a timeout area, and we hope not to need to use it. But sometimes, if you're doing something you should not be doing, either myself or one of our counselors might teleport you to our timeout area, and we'll have a talk with you, and we might actually move you into a breakout room so we can talk over the Google Meet, or it may be something we just do over text. But the counselors are here to help you. They're here to help me make sure that it's safe. This is fun. Nobody should be bullied in this Minecraft camp. You shouldn't have your stuff blown up or destroyed. We are going to build together. We're going to have fun, and this is going to be a great experience. I really appreciate the students who volunteer, and they actually get some service hours for helping with our camp, and they really help make it a great experience. So please ask for help if you need it. These are some of the things that the counselors do. They're like lifeguards at the pool to keep us safe and make sure everything's fun and appropriate. They'll check in with you. Different moderators will. They'll take pictures and screenshots. They're here to coach things that you might not know how to do, and you can ask for help. And they'll also help me kind of evaluate and see how things are going. You can always tap the keyboard letter T in Minecraft, and you can send text messages. So that's a great way to ask for help. We will have the Google Meet up and open so that we can actually talk to each other, but the T is going to allow you to type and get text help as well, and that is a great way to do it. So ask for help with a text message. One of the neat things about that is sometimes you can get help from several people. And when we have a lot of people in a Google Meet or a video conference, we can't all talk at the same time. So by using text and asking for help that way with each other, that can really be helpful. If you need more help, my phone number and my email address are in the emails that I have sent out. So in our Minecraft world, the main one that we're going to use, there are red play areas that have survival and games that have been created by our moderators. There are green areas for building. There's also blue areas for learning. And then there's these teleportation areas that you'll see, which will allow you to go different places and navigate around on our map. So remember, no griefing. We're not going to be irritating each other and being destructive. This really wasn't a problem last year, but it's important to make sure everybody knows those rules. And if you ever have any kind of difficulty or problem, just you can talk out loud, of course, inside our Google Meet. You can also text, and contact me if we have got any problems. All right. So have fun. This is going to be great. Actually, I didn't change that date. That one still says 2020. This is June 2021. Second year of Minecraft Virtual Camp here at Cassidy School. I can't wait to see the amazing and fun things that you're going to create and we're going to create together. All right? I'll see you online soon. Bye-bye.